Hello and welcome to In Dating by Events and Adventures. I'm here today with Paul Gerard, a longtime member of Events and Adventures, actually, in the Vancouver Club. And I thought I'd talk to him about Vancouver, the fun things to do there, what we're doing there as a club, and some great things you can do as a single there for dating and other things like that. So how are you doing, Paul?
I'm doing really good. How about you, Mark?
I am doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Of course, I'm down here in the nice warm, not up in the cold of Vancouver right now. It's January here. It's January there too, but it's warmer here. When were you first a member in the Vancouver Club?
I joined back in, sorry, my phone. I joined back in 2015.
Oh, there you go. That's a long time.
Yeah,
Man.
quite a while, yeah. At the time I was newly divorced, and you lose a lot of friends when you go through a divorce, and I felt like I'd been in the city for years and years and years, but I felt like I was brand new to the city all over again. So needed something, tried dating apps and stuff like that, and that was just a waste of my time. So just wanted something to actually meet people. I'm an active guy, right? So it was kind of a no-brainer for me.
So do you live downtown, or were you out in the suburbs there in Vancouver?
I'm out in East Van now. The transit's so easy here. Just with the SkyTrain and everything, you can get anywhere without a car if you really need to. So
yeah. I know our event managers use the SkyTrain as kind of a base operations a lot of times, right? If it's close to the SkyTrain, that's better for us because members can scoot in, they don't have to drive, and that's one of the great unique things about Vancouver. So what was the coolest event you ever did?
Man, I did we had a Halloween party one year, and we had a cruise.
Nice.
All throughout the bay. It went right from Kitsilano all the way around. That was amazing. I'll never forget that. We had DJ and good food and, a couple of drinks, not too many, right? Because you're on a boat.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Yeah.
So, it seems like anytime you're on a boat for a significant length of time, there's somebody that doesn't get that.
Yeah.
There's always one, right? That's like, oh, wow, we're on the water. I've been drinking. Yeah.
I've actually never seen anyone act like an idiot, to be honest. So
no, I'm talking about seasick. There seems like there's usually someone that gets seasick.
Okay.
But I've seen a couple over the years. We had one member at a New Year's Eve cruise that she actually ran the Vancouver Marathon. There's a New Year's Eve marathon, something like that. That they were doing, and she won her age group. She did really great. And then she hopped on the boat and started drinking without eating a lot of food.
That's not good.
No, it was not good. She was spinning like a top. And I'm like, we should go talk. And we got some food in her and stuff, but we were a little late. It took her a while, but she won. She was celebrating. She won the marathon, and it was a big deal. But I love cruises for New Year's Eve, Halloween, no matter what it is. It's a little cold in Vancouver, but it's still a great time, Yeah. So obviously, I'm actually from Seattle originally, but I've been to Vancouver many times. I love it. It's like Seattle, only prettier. It's like Seattle was 30 years ago, really. I mean, it's not quite as busy. It's not quite, if you live there, it feels like it's packed out. But compared to Seattle, it's not as busy. What are the kind of events that the members there like the most? Give me a couple of the events that people are like, oh, I love that event.
Yeah, so a lot of the foodie events are really popular because there's such a diverse selection of different cuisines in Vancouver. It's very, very multicultural. It's arguably one of the most multicultural cities in the world. So those, I've always enjoyed those myself.
Right.
The new member icebreaker is one of my personal favorites. I just love meeting all the new people every month.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to just, make people feel welcome, and, it's fresh blood, it's
lots of good Asian food.
Yeah.
Some of the best Asian food on the continent. That's for sure at this point. Yeah. So where do you take a woman on a first date? Where's your secret place that you'd be like, okay, this is where I normally take a woman because it works for me?
So I'm really into golf. And I always like to do an activity, but also have a meal or something like that. So there's this really cool spot right on Granville and Hastings. It's called One Under. So it's a virtual golf restaurant, basically. So
cool.
You can do anything in there. You can do mini golf. You can do top golf. You can actually play around, and it doesn't matter if you're good or not. At least you're doing something. Like, you know, if my date like can't even hit a golf ball, I can teach her, which is nice, right?
There you go. Being a former golf instructor.
Yeah, yeah. And they play like really good music, and the food's good. It's just a good vibe. So
Yeah.
that's kind
Well,
of
it's that ratio, right? There's a ratio when you're asking a woman out of how am I going to make sure I look good, and certainly you look good in that, versus what does she want to do? Because you don't want her doing something that she's like, oh, I would never do that. I hate that. It's boring, right? So it's kind of you've got kind of a mix of that. So have you ever had a woman that you're talking to her and you go, let's do this, and she's like, oh, hell no.
No, never.
No? All good at it. All good with it.
Good. And then the good thing about the location is when you walk out, you can just walk down the hill on Granville, and then Canada Place is there.
Nice. So certainly right downtown. There's so much to do right there.
So like I've had dates where it went well, and then I'd take her to like fly over Canada in Canada Place. It's really cool. Also another virtual thing.
So what is that?
So it's like they strap you into this it's almost like riding a roller coaster, and it's like this big virtual reality, and you just fly right over the entire country.
Oh, nice. So it's kind of like
kind of moves with you too. So like it feels like
kind of like the Disney ride. They have a Disney ride that goes over California, and it's kind of like that kind of stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, and because winter it's like raining all the time. So you got
at Canada Place.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's usually raining, so it's nice to like just get indoors a little bit throughout the winter. Right?
Okay, so if some dude sucks at golf, which some people do, a lot of people do, and I'm like, there's a guy listening to this and he's going, oh, hell no, man, I would look like an idiot playing golf. I want to do something else. Where else would you go? Take that first date. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to get myself in trouble and look like an idiot. I want to look good.
Yeah, I would just walk the seawall. Like, that's a great way. I mean, it's beautiful.
The seawall down by Canada Place?
Yeah. You can walk all the way around. It'll take you all the way to Kitsilano if you want to. Kitts Beach.
Okay.
Kitts Beach is beautiful. And then there's tons of great restaurants there too. If you want to stop in, get some tapas or get a drink or something like that. All of Kitsilano was beautiful. It's a little hilly, so you gotta be in good shape to get up the hills. But reminds me of San Francisco a lot.
Nice. So I have it on good authority that women like you, and you've been successful as a dater. So when you're taking a gal out, what's the rhythm of what you do? Like you pick her up, meet her there. How long do you go? What's your kind of template that you use when you're taking someone out on a date?
Yeah. So first date, I never would offer. I wouldn't offer to pick someone up. I just would rather we meet at the venue that we're going to. Usually, that's what they feel comfortable with anyway. Right?
Okay. When do you want to meet them there? Do you want to pick them up? Let us know. Post a comment on that. I'm sure probably nowadays most women are like, yeah, no, I don't want them to come to my house to pick me up.
Exactly.
And already know him, right? So it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want to creep someone out. It's like, what's your address? You haven't met me yet.
Right. It's sad nowadays that you're not sure you want people to know where you live. But, for women, that's a thing.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the great thing about being in the club is like, just meet me at, X event next week.
That's true.
Right. So
yeah, no, that's true.
Prearranged date. So it really helps with the safety part of dating for especially for women, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Plus, even if you meet somebody in the club, we've already done background checks. We've already taken care of them. So, you don't have to worry about that like you would like somebody off Match or something like that. So what else? I interrupted you.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty casual. I mean, I like to think I have a good sense of humor. So, I just try to be myself and not try to force anything. Just talk about whatever interests we both have. And I love learning from people too. So I try to ask a lot of why and how. Tell me about that. I'd rather my date talk more than I do to start.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they start feeling more comfortable with me. And I don't try to like force things or move too quickly. Right. I don't want to because I'm kind of sussing her out too. Right.
Yeah.
So like I know what I'm looking for. Right. So
no, that makes sense. And something I tell people, and people don't know me, I'm the owner of Events and Adventures, founder since 1987, and have worked with hundreds of thousands of singles over the last 38 years. And that's it. We do 500 events a month. So, and I've interviewed thousands and thousands of members over the years, and I've seen how they date and done a lot of that. And I've given a lot of guys advice on dating. And I think one of the things that, if you're someone who's nervous about dating, a lot of times you feel like there's a spotlight on you on the date, right? Like I have to say the right thing. I have to say the right thing. What am I going to do? In fact, my personal trainer yesterday was like, she sent me this picture of her smiling at me. What should I say back? What should I say back?
You have a great smile. I love that smile.
Well, and they're already in a relationship. He's still like, I'm nervous about what I should say. And like I said, he's Latino. He says, should I tell her, that, amazing mamacita, or is that like too sexual? Or, and he's like, oh, I'm nervous about it. And I think as guys, we get very nervous and we overthink sometimes things. You got to remember, there's not a spotlight on you. There's not, especially on a dating situation. Don't think about that. Think about her. Think about asking questions that might, get her to talk. And there's some things. I'll go and give you this. When I'm talking to someone who's really nervous, because I've talked to some people who are like clinically nervous and shy. And what I tell them is to use their knuckles, and I developed this thing called form, and you just put it on your knuckles, like FORM. And, you can just even sit underneath the table. You can put your finger on it if you're really nervous, and you can be like, okay, I'm going to ask a question about her family, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to ask a question about her occupation, her job. Then I'm going to ask a question about recreation, what kind of things she likes to do. And then for us, because most of the people I talk to are members of the club, I ask a question about her membership, what events she's gone to, those kind of things. And I said, if you just keep going through that, you're going to have questions. It's not about the whole world. When it's like, I want to ask a question, and you have this whole world, what am I going to ask? Versus if you make it a smaller world, I'm going to ask her about the things she does for a living. I'm going to ask about her family. If you categorize it smaller like that, it's easier. And you ask those questions and realize there is not a spotlight on you. Here's the other big thing. If she likes you, she feels the same way. And the more attracted you are to each other, the more awkward it can be in those first minutes. You just got to realize that that's natural and it's okay, and you're going to get through it. And so if you are a real nervous person, I guess I will plug Events and Ventures one more time. The club's a great way to take care of that, because you're only new once, and as you go to events, it's easier for you. So people do find that to be the case. And then there's always new people to meet at all the events as well. So you're comfortable because you know people, but there's new people to meet all the time. So I don't want to make this too much of like, just pushing the club. I want to give people advice. How do you know? Go ahead.
I'm very open. Like if I'm nervous, like I'll just say it. I'll just be like, you're making me really nervous right now. And just bear with me, So
yeah,
it's kind of a way of saying like, I really like you,
Yeah, it's that. It's that. How much do you open up so you look vulnerable, but at the same time, women like strong men.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting there crying in front of her, you lost that date.
I've never cried on a date.
Right. There's like crying baby and inaccessible asshole. Like, where are you going to be on that continuum, right?
Yeah.
But I do know if you relax and have fun on your date, it's going to go well. And if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. Nothing you can do about it. And if she loves you, it's going to be fine. Nothing you can do about it. So shut the fuck up and enjoy the date.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I guess caveats. What do you not talk about? Call of Duty. Don't talk about Call of Duty.
No.
Your favorite video games. You don't want to talk about that too much. But What else? What would you call forbidden subjects as a dude? What are the things I shouldn't talk about?
Any of your exes.
Don't talk about your exes.
You can talk about your past, but make it quick and don't get into details, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about that. I try not to talk about my job too much because I don't want it. Sometimes that can turn into like a lecture. Like I met a woman a couple of weeks back, and she was on a date with some other guy, and he was in finance, and he was just like, her date with him just turned into this whole lecture on her finances, and she never wanted to see him again.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not here for work, right? You can talk shop with your employees, and the same thing when you're asking about their job, right? You want to find out about their job. If they want to ramble on about their job, you put up with it, but it gets boring really fast because you don't know them. I'm actually married. I met my wife in the club. And sometimes she'll talk about people that are like her friend's friend. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I care about you, maybe your direct relations, some other person, unless it's really funny or really unusual. I don't really care about it. So, that's part of it. So what are some other red flags for you? What are not red flags yet? What are the things that you try not to talk about on a date?
Well, I mean, I've had like quite an interesting life. So for me, it's trying not to come across as, how do I say this? Like bragging, because I've like traveled the world. I've done all these things. I was a professional golfer. I had a record deal. Like I've had this weird, interesting life. So I don't want to get too detailed into that, or I come across where I'm just like this bragging narcissist.
Now, that time in the penitentiary, you don't want to talk about that.
No, not that one. No.
Yeah, that's I made that up, guys. Just so you know, I made that up.
I've never been convicted of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just try to
keep. You got a band right now, right? You and I were talking. How'd that go last night?
What's that? Sorry, I missed what you said.
You started a band just recently. How'd that go last night?
Oh, that's going good. Yeah, we had a really good jam session. So we're going to do some more recording on Saturday afternoon.
Well, when you get some stuff recorded, we'll add a link to it down here on the thing. So if somebody wants to hear what you sound like, we'll put it in here and to your site and stuff, and maybe somebody will find a new favorite Canadian singer.
Cool.
So, because what was his name? Brian Williams? What was his name?
Brian. Are you thinking Brian Wilson? He's American. Beach Boys.
No. What's his name? Oh my God, I'm picturing.
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams.
Yeah. So he's from Vancouver.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago. We need new Brian Adams. You can be the new Brian Adams.
Okay, cool.
So you can do that. So,
I mean, I'll talk about my interests and stuff like that, but I don't really want to dig too deep into things that I've done. Just like kind of keep it light and fluffy, and But I really want to find out more about the person I'm with too. So.
Nice.
And what's important to me too is like family and stuff like that. So I want to see we talk about that. Like, tell me about your parents, or tell me about your siblings, like things like that. Like, let's talk about it, because that's what matters.
So cool things to talk about. Online dating nightmares.
Oh God.
Do you have any of those?
I have one that I'll never forget. This was a while back. Checked out the profile. She looked great. She had kids, and that doesn't bother me. When you're in your 40s, you're going to meet people that have children. That's the way it is. But yeah, I mean, we started up a conversation through the app, and then it progressed to, I gave her my phone number, and I'm like, up to you if you want to shoot me a text or give me a call. She did. And we talked on the phone. I thought she was great. She was funny, but she was always outside every single time we spoke. So finally I was like, all right, let's get on like a FaceTime call. And I want to meet you like online first before I go on a date with you. That's what I was thinking. I didn't tell her that.
But something didn't feel quite right.
Yeah, something was off, because she was always outside. And I just found that odd. We talked like 4 or 5 times, right? It's like, why are you always outside?
Oh, no. Tell us.
So anyway, we get on this call, and she's outside again. As soon as she smiled, Mark, she had no teeth.
Math.
And she looked, she kind of did not look like her profile. She looked a little bit like gaunt, and just didn't look healthy to me. And I really value health. Like I love eating healthy, working out. Like, I'm a healthy guy, right? So anyway, I suspect that she was, probably on the streets doing meth. That's kind of what it looked like to me, which is weird, because like, how are you doing a dating app?
Well, I mean, you can go on a date, but don't say you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Take you to your drug dealer and say, I need you to pay for some of this for me. Yeah. That would be tough. That would be. That
was the biggest nightmare I had.
But you dodged the bullet.
Yeah, I think I was nice about it. I still talked to her for a little bit, but it was just, I would never just like ghost someone without saying goodbye. So try to be polite. I think the story is relevant for E&A, because that person would not get invited to join our club, right?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No, that person's not getting into eventually. That's for sure. The women seem to have a lot more dating nightmare stories than guys do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if women are just more acculturated than men, or if men keep their mouth shut about the nightmares. I don't know why that is. Are guys in general just a little bit more messed up than women? I don't know.
And, I've had some weird women say some strange things to me on dating apps though before.
Yeah, like what?
I think it goes both ways. Like they just want to do the one thing, and they'll just like like very very suggestive. I've even had like pictures sent to me before too.
Yeah.
Which I mean, and get it as well. I think you're right. Like men just don't talk about it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women can be just as bad sometimes.
Well, and if you're a gentleman, you're not going to talk about that, right? To the next person you're talking to, you're probably going to keep it shut up until you get on a podcast like this, and then it all comes out. So I'm trying to think of the weirdest dating situation I ever had. I had a drunk woman come at me with a knife once, but that was my first wife.
What?
So,
what?
She was pissed. Picked up a knife, came at me. So that was one of the last nights we were together, frankly.
Yeah,
I thought that was a bit much.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was worthy of a redo. And then obviously I met Andrea in the club, and I've been married for 33 years, and it's been great. I lucked out. I got the best one, so happy about that. But frankly, I think I was able to pick better because of the club. I just got to meet so many women. I didn't have to settle, and I was able to find someone who really fit me and that I really enjoyed being with all the time. And they talk about, oh, they're your best friend and stuff. It's not quite like that, but it's definitely someone that I feel like I'm comfortable being with all the time, right? We're always comfortable with each other. And that was true even back in the day. I know old people always are that way, but when we were 30, it was that way too. We could just be together and do stuff. There was not this obligation that you had to do a bunch of stuff every second and always be entertaining, just because you enjoy being around each other, and you kind of fit, and you want to be apart and together about the same amount of time, so you're not cloying the other person. Because I had a date like that. I had a girl I dated like that. That was very much, she wanted to be with me all the time, no matter what. That was in college, and it was like, that's not my major, but I'm getting my classes with you. Really, we're going to sit together like we're in high school, in college. Whoa. And I was just like, I love the attention, but it just gets old. And I'm sure I hear women complain about that more than men, where guys just puppy dog them and they end up not wanting to deal with that. But, so are you going to, with your band, what are you guys planning on doing?
We're like infancy stage right now. It's just being another guitar guy. So.
So not even a drummer yet?
No. But we have he's got all the software, so we can do AI drums. It's crazy what he can do now. So I don't really need a drummer and a bass player until I play live, which is probably a couple months down the road. So I just want to record a bunch of stuff, and because I can play I can play every instrument anyway.
Oh, really? I didn't know you were that good.
Yeah, I can play drums, bass. I play ukulele.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, it's only 4 strings, and then obviously I play a lot of guitars. I'm pretty good singer. I've been practicing a lot, so.
Yes, I love that. I'm gonna have to hear some of that. And ukulele has the same fingering as violin.
Yeah, so it's very similar. I tried the violin back in 2020, and I just gave up. I couldn't do it. It's
tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. You got your hand around there. For anybody violin players, you got your hand around there, and that's awkward. It's just you have to remember it all. It's like if they took the frets off the guitar, how hard would a guitar be to play? And you just had to memorize where everything was. Yeah. They say it's that and the French horn are the 2 most difficult instruments, right? That's what they say. And had they told me that when I was a kid, never would have picked it. Are you kidding me? I want wait, what do you mean it's the hardest one? I want an easy one so I can be done and, be good and not to think about it. Like trumpet, man. I want to be a trumpet player. It's way easier. So let's talk about one other thing before you go. So are you a kiss on the first date? Are you a sex on the first date guy, or are you on a don't do either guy?
I kind of follow the woman's lead. I'll never have sex on the first date. I won't.
Never
have, never will. I just don't. I don't want to start off a relationship with just sex. There's more to building something than just lust, in my opinion. That's just me.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm a relationship guy, right? So I will kiss as long as. But I got to follow the lead of the lady.
Kind of tell whether they whether it's feeling it or not.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. I mean, I'll give a hug and see where that goes. I mean, you can always just tell.
Yeah, I think so. If you're perceptive at all, you should understand that. Of course, a lot of guys, they what a fool believes, right? They want it to be so much that they step over the line and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So,
but if you are a woman, you want to be kissed, make sure they know it.
Yeah.
You know, don't be too coy.
I always like it when a woman asks me, like, give me a kiss. Like I love that. You know, like, you take charge on that one, so I don't have to, because I don't want to, like you said, I don't want to cross a line here.
Right.
I'll never force myself on someone.
Right. So. Right. When the TSA gal said that to me one day, that was awkward. But just kidding. You know you got game when the TSA woman's asking you for a kiss on the way through. That would be a feather in your cap right there, baby. That would do it. That would do it. So, but anyway, man, I appreciate you coming on here with me and telling me about your experience with the club. And is there anything else you want to say at the end about just about being a member and what you liked, didn't like, the people, that kind of stuff? We'll let you do 30 seconds on just that, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, no, the people are great. I mean, obviously, you can't love everyone you meet. What I really like about the group is, you know, just how respectful and accountable everyone is for one another. Like we're all here for a reason. So just the, you know, again, like the level of respect, and just everyone's here to have a good time and maybe meet the love of their life. Ultimately, people respect that, right? So
yeah,
I'm a huge thinker, right? So I was like, oh man, what am I getting myself into? And it was the complete opposite of what I was worried about. You know, I thought maybe there'd be some drama and all this stuff. Like none of that. It was just, it's a group of adults here for a good time. So
yeah,
and you know, I've met, and not just about finding love too, like just the networking and you know, you're meeting people from all different walks of life, all different professions. Like you just never know who you're going to meet. And
so you're not a person that I would perceive as normally gets nervous. Were you nervous at your first event or not?
Yeah, I was terrified.
Really?
That went away in like the first minute. So I did a dance class. It was actually ballroom dancing, and I got paired up with this girl. My hands were like super sweaty, and she said, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I mean, dance class, that's a brave first event, really. Yeah. And so what'd you say?
I said, it's my first event. She's like, just calm down, honey.
Right. You know, like I was eating pizza, and so my hands are really slippery. You know? That's hilarious. I hate sweaty people. I do.
My palms sweat when I'm nervous. So that's my tell. She was great. I took her out for a drink after. Still friends with her today. So.
Crazy. Okay, here's one of my dating nightmares. I was started dating a woman, and it was first or second date, but it was going pretty good. And I ended up giving her a back rub, and she took off her top. I'm not sure how it got that far that fast. I don't remember how it got that far that fast, but it did. And so I'm starting to remember back, but her whole back was greasy. It was like really sweaty and kind of hairy, and it was so bad.
Hairy?
Yeah, she had like hair on her back, and it was kind of like, and I was just like, I'm good. I didn't go further. And obviously at that point things were going to go further, and I kind of somehow disengaged and ended up not seeing her again, because it was just like, I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that every time I'm with her. It was just like really, really, it was awkwardly weird. I don't know, have you ever been with somebody that was like that kind of sweaty-ish? And it's not like we hadn't been playing racquetball. We weren't out doing anything. We were just kind of hanging out.
I've never had that. That's a new one.
Yeah, it's very strange. And I still stayed friends with her and stuff, but like I was like, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone and have to deal with that all the time. Weird. I know. Do you like sweaty people? Right? I mean, like if we just been doing something, right? Yeah. Like if we just been running and you earned the sweat, it's different, right? It's different. If you earned the sweat, then it's like, we're both sweaty, we're doing this. But if it's just like out of the blue, you know, we're not doing anything, and all of a sudden you're sweaty just like in your normal state of being, it was like, oh, that's a no for me. Yeah. It's a no for me. So it's my weird admission of the day. I'm doing a lot of these. I'm trying not to admit too much in one thing, but I think if you put all the videos together, you probably end up hating me. I don't know. You're like, asshole. Some women are like, jerk. I don't know. And if you are a really sweaty woman, I'm sorry. But there's someone for everybody, right? There's probably some dudes, there's porn for that. There's probably some dudes that are just like, that's their favorite thing in the world. And you just got to find those guys, right? You got to find the one that fits you. There you go. But that's a weird way to end this. That's a crazy ending. But you know what? Podcasts should be interesting and they should be unusual. And you should hear something that you did not hear before, damn it. And so that's what we're going to go with. Yeah. But thanks, Paul, for being on here and doing that. And if you stayed this to the end, you guys give us a thumbs up and just like type sweaty in there so I know you went to the whole end. And if you are single and you're thinking about events and adventures, don't blame me. Don't make me feel. Don't not join because of me and because of that comment. But you'll have a great time as a member. It's a lot of fun, and we have a lot of great conversations. I've had more great conversations at events than pretty much anywhere else in life because everybody's so different and they come at it, and everybody's good natured and out there single and having a good time. So, but anyway, Paul, thanks again. I'm sure I'll see you again real soon.
Yep, no problem, man.